Welcome to the lecture. And now we start getting into the things you really want to learn. The first thing you're going to learn is to get into a rear ready stance. This is what we call it. Rear ready. You're ready to go. This is something that you're going to have to become, it's going to become a habit with you. You start meeting people, you want to go into this stance unconsciously. And to do that, you start doing it every day with people you meet. Now basically, walking down the street or you come up to a friend, they come up to you and they say, "How you doing?" Now, instinctively you just say, "Hey, I'm doing great." What you want to do from now on is, "Hey, how you doing? Glad to see you again." You just want to pick up your distance. This little distance between my opponent or this person and me. This space is called my living room. Because the more living room you have, the better chance you have of living or surviving or coming out okay. So, also, here's my distance. Now, ideally, I want to hit in the upper portion of my cane. So, say I want to hit him right there. Okay, so now I know my distance. Now you take the distance that if you take one step back, and you say, I've got 6 feet, maybe 7 feet, and I can still reach out and touch my friend. One step, and you're in on him. Okay, so measure this distance and get used to it. Know it by feel. And you should know how far away from your target you can be. And this is your ready stance. Now from here, you don't have to have a tight grip. I like to, and as you found out when you get a cane and you figure out how long it should be, this is why I like it about 3 inches longer. Normally, if you were disabled, you want to have this thing where you could have your arms straight and you get support off of this. In our situation, I like to be able to reach, slide down, and grab it here because this is a good grip for me, okay? Because when I'm going to swing, I like to be able to hold it here. I don't want to hold it here. Some strikes, we will hold it here, and I'll show you those later. But mainly, this is a good, comfortable grip. You don't have to have a death grip on these things. You want to be loose. Like I tell you, this thing floats in 3 fingers, okay? The other 2 just basically control it, control the direction. And when you're going to strike, yeah, grab it a little tighter. That's when you go a little tight. But generally, holding it loose, because a loose muscle can snap out quicker. If you're sitting here tight, it's harder to move. But if you're loose, you can move. Like in karate, when I first learned things, I learned not to just do a straight punch. I learned to unscrew this. And when you're down here, you unscrew, you twist. And that gives you can untwist and you can move. Okay? A lot of little things you want to incorporate, but for simplicity's sake right now, when you're standing in a ready grip, from here you can deliver a number of different blows. Sort of like a horizontal blow or a diagonal blow. There's a number. Or you can poke. Numbers of different ones. So this is your standard position. Where you're starting off, learn this one, learn to do it habitually, learn to move away from anybody that comes close. Somebody comes up, "Hey, what time is it?" "Oh, about 11 o'clock, whatever it is." Now see, I'm moving back. Or they ask direction. You can back away and look at it. Now I'm getting away from them. The more distance you have, closer to 6 or 7 feet, the better off you are. So this is what you want to do in your ready stance. And when you do it, you want the cane to be where they can't see it. So when you drop back, your cane, and hopefully you can't see it from where you are, but it's right behind. And when I drop back, I know that if my arm feels a certain way, that thing's right behind my leg. So if you can't see this, you don't know when it's going to be coming at you. Okay? That's what you want, a surprise. A lot of this technique depends upon your first strike capability, which means you need to be able to hit them before they can move or know it's coming. You have to get that, because if you don't surprise them, they don't know it's coming. If you can't surprise them that way, in some way, you lose an edge. So every little thing you can do gives you that more of an edge in taking care of your opponent. So practice your ready strike. Remember, somebody comes up to you, just sort of drop back, put that cane behind you, and take another step, and then you go back, whatever you feel need to get that living room to where it should be. So there you have it. Work on it till it becomes habit and that you do it every time. Thank you for watching this lecture.